Canada dominated Austria last night in World Junior competition. Welcome to the Worst Sports Channel on YouTube, Hot Garbage Sports, with me, Coach Ryan D. The Canadians continue the romp of dominance at the World Juniors. They're going to face off against Germany tonight. But before we get to covering Germany, we got to talk about that dominating 11-2 win over Austria. This is no surprise. The depth of the Canadians, it's a force to be reckoned with. It's tough to deal with. The 16-year-old Wonder Kid, Connor Bedard, our Connor's just really good at hockey, but Bedard, not McDavid, Connor Bedard ends up with 4 goals that night. He got added ice time and the ability to experience the World Juniors. Dave Cameron moved him up the lineup, gave him more ice time that he normally gets, being the 13th forward. He is a 16-year-old kid, and we've said it on this channel before. Even Connor McDavid said at 16 he felt really out of place at this tournament, but Bedard is doing something special. I've said this bold claim a few times. Bedard may end up being one of the best players to ever play in the NHL. And yes, it is super early, super young, but we love making bold predictions. He may end up being better than McDavid. He has smashed his point totals at every corner of the hockey world, including his CHL totals. And now at the World Juniors, Bedard is the second leading point scorer in the tournament behind Cole Perfetti. So that is incredible for a 16-year-old. Whether you're playing Austria or not, that is just something special to see. 4 incredible goals by Bedard. We suspect that Canada will dominate Germany again tonight by at least 4 or 5 goals. It's just the way it goes in this round robin game. The Americans have been released from their quarantine. It seems like we will be headed towards a Canada-US showdown at some point, but Canada has yet to play the Finns, the Swedes, or the Americans. They played the Russians in pre-competition, which isn't exactly the same, but I think the Russians are the 5th strongest team at this tournament. I think the Swedes and the Finns are above them. I think the Canadians and Americans are definitely above them. So we are just sitting here waiting for our time for the 5 big teams to get in there and start slugging it out against each other, because meaningful games with Sweden, Finland, Canada, the US, and Russia is what this tournament is all about. These other teams being there, it's part of international competition in the spirit of competition, but they're just not in the same league as the Big 5 when it comes to the World Juniors. So we're looking forward to that. Connor Bedard ends up getting his first on the power play. He gets 2 whacks at it. This normally wouldn't happen against one of the Big 5 teams. I know it's a power play, but that's 2 quick whacks for Bedard. He gets his first goal of 4. Just a beautiful job playing in the middle there by the 16-year-old. Even looking at him in the fishbowl right now, it's a boy playing amongst men, and he is just doing exceptionally well. On this channel, we call Connor McDavid the Konami cheat code. Well, Connor Bedard does his best Connor McDavid impersonation here. He ends up picking the puck, going end to end on a 2-on-0, beautiful passes back and forth, and that is just filthy by the 16-year-old. This is a minute later after his other goal. So the 16-year-old has 2 within a minute. Canada is up 22-5 in the shot count at this point at the end of the first. Just a dominating performance by the Canadians and Bedard. Bedard's 3rd goal may be his best. He ends up just owning the zone here. Look at these unbelievable moves through the middle. Unbelievable pressure through the center of the ice. I understand it's Austria, but these are still 18 and 19-year-old men that play hockey at a very high level, and Bedard is able to make them look silly, breaking ankles going through for number 3. Bedard's 4th goal comes in Canadian fashion, getting in front of the net, making your presence known, and redirecting it in. Just a big play by a young man. And we want to look, when we're coaches, at plays like this, when you're willing to stand in front of the net and take cross checks and take beatings. Even in IIHF competition, it is still the nastiest place to be, just in front of the crease there. Bedard does it. That's the Canadian way of playing hockey. That's the right way of playing small rink hockey, getting to the net, paying the price, and redirecting gritty goals into the net. So he has a power play goal. He has a beautiful goal in the rush, creating basically his own 2-on-0. He has a beautiful goal owning the zone and deking through everybody in an individual effort. And then he has a beautiful goal using his teammates by getting in front of the net and being gritty. That's 4 totally different ways to score. This guy can do it all at all ends of the ice. You are watching right now a superstar in the making, regardless of who you cheer for. We have the great one. Connor McDavid is the next one. Connor Bedard may just be the best one. We'll have to wait and see, because we've got 20 years left to follow this kid in his career. So fingers crossed he comes as advertised as he keeps moving up and he stays healthy, because this is exciting for the game of hockey. So we'll cover Germany tomorrow. Go Canada, go. Stay tuned for all your World Junior coverage. Smash subscribe, smash like, join us.